Imagine a nation where crime and poverty have effectively disappeared, and every household is sustained by a limitless supply of free quantum energy. For a country once defined by systemic corruption, this transformation wasn't a slow transition. It was a total structural reset that began with one man. This wasn't achieved through policy papers or political debates. It was the result of a single biologist choosing to rewrite his own genetic code to become a living deterrent. To fix a broken society, John believed he had to move past human systems entirely, replacing bureaucracy with a singular, incorruptible physical force. John was 32 when he reached his breaking point. As a biologist, he watched his country's resources being drained by a political class that operated with total impunity. He concluded that the only way to dismantle an entrenched criminal hierarchy was to become a power they could neither bribe nor threaten. In the middle of the night, in a secure underground lab, John injected a nano-cosmic genetic serum into his own veins. The serum forced his cells to synthesize cosmic energy, causing 4 physiological changes. His spine generated a bioelectromagnetic field for flight. His hands evolved to discharge plasma. His neural receptors intercepted brain signals to read intent, while his eyes and ears gained 1,000-mile range. John had successfully turned himself into a biological weapon, a one-man army capable of detecting and neutralizing any threat to his borders or his people. The first test came when a neighboring nation mobilized an entire wing of stealth fighter jets, preparing a surprise strike to cripple the country. From across the continent, John picked up the bioelectrical signatures of the pilots and the final launch orders transmitted to the base. He took his position above the border mountains. He didn't need to engage in an international dogfight. He never even crossed the border. Instead, he used his eyes as lenses to focus a localized gravitational force beam, pinpointing the enemy airbase from half a world away. The sheer downward pressure crushed the jets into the tarmac. Wings snapped and fuselages buckled, grounding the entire force without a single shot fired. In that moment, traditional air superiority was nullified. Modern military hardware simply had no defense against a localized gravitational anomaly. John then turned his attention to the internal cancer, 10 key leaders who had spent decades funneling the nation's wealth into private accounts. By reading their neural signals and monitoring their communications, he extracted every hidden Swiss bank password, instantly transferring the stolen billions back into the national treasury. He followed the money with a physical purge, using plasma bursts to incinerate their fortified mansions and illegal stockpiles in a single night. When the government ordered the military to arrest him, the soldiers refused. Having seen him defend the border and restore the treasury, they simply lowered their weapons. Without money, weapons, or an army to protect them, the corrupt hierarchy collapsed. Transparency wasn't requested, it was enforced. The removal of the old guard left a power vacuum that was quickly filled by public demand. As the stolen wealth began funding local schools and hospitals, the initial shock turned into widespread support for John's oversight. His constant monitoring became the ultimate deterrent. Crime plummeted, as offenders knew their intentions were read instantly. He then built a national quantum energy grid, jump-starting the economy and ending poverty. Superpowers that once ignored the nation now treat it with a new level of caution, recognizing that John is the only leader on Earth who can enforce peace unilaterally. The cosmic president demonstrates a radical possibility, a nation where systemic greed is physically impossible, and where power is used to remove the friction that once held a people back.